I would love to know, in one word, what does coffee mean to you?
Coffee means to me cariño. We
Oh.
do everything very carefully and with love. Every process is with love. So I think it's for that my coffee is different and special.
Welcome to the Behind the Cup podcast, where curiosity meets the craft of coffee. My name's Leo, and with each episode, I sit down with the people behind the cup, the farmers, the roasters, the baristas, the builders, and explore the craft of coffee and the ways that coffee is changing our world. What happens when a talented architect is faced with a life-defining decision? Follow the traditional path of blueprints and buildings, or lean into a family craft that is growing into something special. Guest today is trained as an architect and thought her life would be about lines on a page, but instead, she found herself on a hillside in Popayán, Colombia, managing her family's coffee farm. She's been doing that work at Agroparque Las Villas since 2002, and today she's bringing us inside and showing us what it means to teach others and share meaningful moments of coffee, as well as what happens behind the scenes at her farm. She's also the mom of two amazing teenagers, Antonia and Geronimo, who also share a passion for coffee. And I love this. She shared one of my greatest achievements is passing on the coffee traditions my father taught me to my children. And that is so special. Sandra, bienvenidos al podcast Behind the Cup.
Thank you, Leo. Thank you to have me here with you today.
It's so great to have you. I understand it's what, 10 o'clock in the morning there?
Yes, 10 o'clock.
Okay.
10.
So Saturdays must be very busy, I suspect, on a coffee farm, or no?
Yes. We are closing the week, so we are taking everything clean and everything ready to the next week.
Oh, I have a ton of questions for you, but even before we get into introductions, I would love to know, in one word, what does coffee mean to you?
Okay. Coffee means to me cariño. I don't know the perfect translation word in English, but it's something like affection, like love. Deeper than that is when you share you share with somebody what you have here, and when you drink a coffee, everything is better, everything is fine. So I love that, and that is for me coffee, cariño.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Walk us into that background. What was your background and how did you get into coffee?
In the beginning, I just finished my career like an architect. I was looking what I want to do in my life. I imagined that everything between designs and projects and everything like that. I was living outside of my country of Colombia, Popayán, and I come back to help my dad with some business. And then I find the coffee with him and I start working with that.
Oh, that's so special. And it's so interesting. Most of these coffee farms and businesses actually start as a family tradition.
Yes.
How did your dad start the coffee business?
He bought the farm, a little piece of land with my mom in 1970, so. Then they want a place to have fun and to disconnect, relax. And he planted some coffee, and then he bought some land to plant more coffee. And he bought the high technology machines to process the coffee, and he started to learn about coffee. He was a very important lawyer here in Colombia, but the farm was the place where he can go to relax, to disconnect for everything. He loved coffee. Teach me a lot of this process of the coffee and to love the coffee. They bought the farm before I was born, but I grew up around the farm, around the coffee. So the coffee was very normal for me and my sisters. That was nothing special, was normal in our life. He told us about coffee all the time. Vacations, on weekends, we went to the farm, and sometimes we pick up the coffee, and it was a very nice experience for us. and we have very good memories with that. And I never imagined that many years later, I was front in all of this.
I love how that story began because your dad had a career, then he decided to follow a greater love, a bigger love for coffee, and that's how he started his journey. It sounds like you also followed that path. How did you change your career and get into coffee?
I was living outside and I come here to Popayán to help my dad. But in the farm, the manager was my uncle. My uncle passed away. He has a cancer. And in 1 month, very fast, he passed away. So the farm was alone. So my dad asked me, help me to find the new manager for the farm. I told him, let me know about the farm, about how everything works and how the people works in the farm, so I can help you to find this new manager. And I start to learn everything, every single step in the process, and every single thing in the farm, how everything work. So I learned a lot, and has passed like 24 years, and I is still here looking for the manager. I guess the manager is me.
An interesting story. And so there's what your dad did, but it sounds like you fell in love as you were doing it and you decided to stay.
Yes, I love this, and I love being part of this.
What would you say to somebody who is actually thinking about starting a farm or joining a farm as a manager?
That is a very beautiful process. I don't feel that like a job, because it's very nice, the contact with the fresh air, and the vegetation, naturalize, everything, and to know the process from land to the cup of the coffee, every single step is very beautiful. It's a very nice experience to have work with coffee.
Can you describe what Popayán looks like for us? I know a lot of folks have heard about Cartagena or Medellin. Popayán is a smaller city.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit more about the city and this beautiful place.
Popayán is a very beautiful city at the south of Colombia. We are very close to Cali, but the weather is cooler than Cali. It's not too hot. The weather is perfect. It's so nice. The temperature is so nice. The landscape, the vegetation, everything is beautiful. It's very beautiful. We have a lot of birds, animals, fauna, flora, flowers, everything. So it's very beautiful place.
Oh, that's amazing. It sounds like that's what you fell in love with.
Yes.
Could you bring us into what a day looks like at your farm? How do people get started?
In here, we take care of coffee in the whole process. We start when we take the beans to plant in the land, in the little bags. So when the plant is grow up a little, we pass the plant to the place where the plants will grow up in many years. And we take care of all the process with fertilizations, pests controls, everything clean around. We take care of everything with the plant until the harvest. Then in the harvest, we have two harvests by the year. One in the first semester of the year is the big harvest, and we have another one in the end of the year that we call traviesa. That is a little bit harvest in the end. And when the harvest is coming, we call people around our farm. The most people are women who works with us many years ago, and they do everything carefully when they pick up the coffee. So everybody pick the coffee and bring back to the building where we have everything to the process the coffee. So we start putting the coffee in a machine, then with pressure of water, we take everything out of the beans. And when we keep the beans, we stay some hours with the beans in there. So the beans get some ferment is good in the tasting of the coffee. And then we start in the next day, we start the process of dry the coffee. We have two ways to dry the coffee. One is in the natural way that with the sun, we call parabolica, that with the plastic and the sun go natural. And the other we have in special machines that we call silo, that is with energy and the husk of the coffee help to do this process. And I prefer when the dry is by natural way in the sun because the taste on the cup is better than in the machine. Then when it's dry, we pack and we sell to the buyers who get ready to export to other countries. But the whole year we have some weeks with a little harvest of coffee. But the very big harvest is in all these months. When the people come to pick up the coffee, they come the whole week. In harvest, we have every week, month.
What is your favorite part of that overall coffee process?
My favorite part is when is the moment of the harvest. When the people pick up the coffee, come to our farm and bring me in the building where we are start the process. That moment is my favorite part. That feels very energy, good vibes, and everybody's happy. Is very special for me. It's like the moment that I say thank you to these people because it's very special moment.
That's powerful. Many of us experience coffee at the cup level. We brew our coffee, but you are seeing it from the farm all the way,
Yes.
to the package, and ultimately you're enjoying the coffee. And so it's very special to hear seeing the fruit brought to you raw like that. And that is your special moment.
Yes. It's very nice.
What makes your farm different from others?
Many things, but the special thing, my coffee is in that we are in Cauca. Cauca is the department in Colombia. We have Cauca, Huila, and Nariño. We have very good land to have coffee. So the coffee in this place, in this area, is really good. Many people from Colombia and from the world is looking for the coffee of this place because it's really good. So we are in Cauca, so our coffee is really good. But we in the most people who works in my farm are women. We do everything very carefully and with love. Every process is with love. So I think it's for that my coffee is different and special. I feel that.
Oh, that's so special. And I can actually feel it as you're talking about it too, because there is the love. You sound like someone that loves what you do. You love the ground it grows from. You love the trees and the people. You talked about the majority of your staff are women. That sounds very different. In many farms, they're mostly men. I'm
Yes.
curious, how is that different in your farm, and what impact does that create?
I don't know why are women. We have men too, but the most people are women. And every year they come again and work in our farm. They do a great job. They are amazing. And I think is maybe, I don't know, it's easier for men to get different jobs in constructions, different kind of jobs, and maybe for women, no. So they feel good doing this with us, and many years ago they keep doing that with us. And for me, is very nice have all of them in my farm.
One of the things that's really powerful about life is what you come back to. You can start something, but you walk away. But the fact that your people keep coming back every
Yes.
season, that says something about your farm, and that says something about you as a manager and your family as well.
Yes.
You mentioned that there were some farms that were named after your family, your sisters. Could you walk us into how that came about?
My farm is called Agroparque Las Villas. We have three different farms. One is called Villa Liliana. That is my older sister's name. The other is Villa Sandra, is my name. And the other is Villa Cecilia, is my mom names. So when we get this project together in 2012. We begin this like an a family project, associations. So we chose this name for the project, Agroparque Las Villas. We was looking something else to do with the coffee, and we have two different ideas. And which one have an hotel, the hotel like with everything in tourists. The other was has cows to process milk. So we have three different products in coffee, milk, and the hotel. I am very happy when people come to visit us and stay over at the hotel, but can know the whole process of coffee around the farm. They can work around the plants of coffee and I can see our process. I love to teach the people this and children's people from the schools, high schools, universities, people in general. It's very nice when they come to knows our process of coffee and everything because we take care of the environment, the flora, fauna, beer, water, everything. So we teach that they come here to have an experience with all of this, but we can teach many things about this too.
I love that. This is where storytelling helps because it's learning about the people behind the coffee, whether that's how they work together or where this particular coffee came from, the story behind the person, and all of that is very special. And so I'm looking forward to hearing more about that experience. What would you want people to know about your specific brand of coffee as you're telling your story?
I would like they knows that we have do everything with love
Mm.
and we have a very special process behind the cup of coffee. So I would like tell the people when you drink a cup of coffee, say thank you to that coffee because it's more than that process that maybe that person doesn't know, but it's very big process behind that. So say thank you for that cup of coffee. Say thank you for the process. Say thank you for the people or the person who is drinking that coffee with you because that is special too.
I've never thought about it that way in terms of saying thank you to the coffee. That's very special. I think about the people behind that, but it's in a way, there are many cultures that do that thank the food that they are eating or thank the drink because it's the earth giving
Yes.
back. So that's
Yes.
that's very, very special.
In general, I think the people say thank you, but it's not normal in the culture. But I will like because I know the process. Maybe many food and many things, no, maybe no. I know every food have that process, but
Yeah.
I feel and I live the process of coffee. So it's
Hmm.
very special for me that I want to the people knows that when drink the coffee. When the people roaster the coffee or in the coffee shops, I would like they know the whole process. We take care in every step to have a very good coffee because we knows that coffee is drinking around the world.
That's so special, Sandra. I love that. Now, there are challenges, of course. Running a farm is never easy.
No.
When we think about how hard it is growing, watering, people, equipment, all of these things, what would you say are some of the challenges that you face as a farm owner in bringing your coffee to the world?
I think the hard part of this is sell our coffee directly to the people in the other countries.
Mm.
With the most coffee that we have here, we sell to the buyers in our city. But I would like to sell directly to someone who knows my history and to the people in the other country who buy my coffee knows what happened with my coffee in my farm. I would like to sell directly my own coffee and my own we have in the roaster. This is our coffee roaster coffee. Agroparque Las Villas is the name. But I don't have the roaster. I will like to have. This is my next goal. I will love to have and learn to process the coffee, roaster coffee to can sell directly to.
I love that. I think that that is not just a challenge, but an opportunity. So, of course, thank you for coming on the podcast because we'll put those links in for folks who can help you get your product out to the world, roasters, distributors, and stuff like that. So we'll definitely post your link. This is very, very special. So, Sandra, as we come to the end of this conversation, if you could have coffee with one person on the planet, you talked about love, you talked about cariño. I love that word. If you could have coffee with one person on the planet, alive or dead, who would it be and why?
Okay. I would love to have a coffee with my dad. He passed away like 8 years ago. I miss him a lot. He learned me a lot of coffee and many things in my life. And I would like to have another coffee with him. And I would like to, he can see everything what is happening with the coffee with me in this moment. I would like that. And I have another person alive is you, Leo. I would like to share a cup of coffee with you someday. I hope you can come to Colombia and Popayán and we can drink a coffee together.
Oh, that's so special. Thank you for that warm invitation. Thank you. That's so special. And I love that you mentioned your dad too. I share that as well. Coffee is such a bonding experience. I miss my dad. My dad passed away 3 years ago. And so having a conversation with the loved ones in our life, I think coffee really brings us together. So thank you. Thank you for sharing that very special message.
Oh.
So how can people find you? How do they buy your coffee? How do they learn more about your farm? Where can people go?
Okay. We are in the website like agroparquelasvillas.com and we have Instagram and Facebook like Agroparque Las Villas. We have now many information about the hotel and many different things, but in the near future, I want to have more information about coffee. But you can find us in there in the website.
That's so special, Sandra. Thank you so much. Folks, that is a wrap on today's episode. Thank you for spending your very valuable time with us. And Sandra, thank you. Thank you for sharing your story so openly. Folks, if something stuck with you today, whether it's an idea or something that you could do or learn about, please do share this episode with someone who would appreciate it as well. That's kind of how these really great stories travel. And if you have not subscribed to our channel, please do so. We're going to be back with more and more episodes with the farmers, the roasters, the cafe owners, the people that are doing the quiet work that bring coffee to the world. So, and tell us also what you want to hear next. Please leave a comment and a review. This helps this show get better. I'm Leo. Thank you so much for being here. And until next time, keep connecting over coffee. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Leo.